make something clear. These are just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, mask plus props and costume work. If you want a monster made, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
You'd think after 440 episodes, there might be one person ready to listen live.
Let me check. Press this button here.
Nope.
Oh, okay. No, and I don't even have my laptop on to share it. Which, can't do that. They'll come in 30 minutes late, but fuck them.
But fuck them. If you ever want to skirt around AI's pesky moderation and you want someone to sing butt fucking, no, you don't have to add 2 T's. And that's your useful tip of the day.
Hey, Tom's always full of information.
You should have said, hey, Tom's always full of tips. That would have been the better one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Pretty good.
Fucking prick. Anyways, Mr. Womp Thing, what are you thankful for?
Oh, thankful. Shit. I'm going to say I'm thankful for all the business that came in, Tom. I'm pretty goddamn busy right now. Too busy for this bullshit, I'll tell you that much. I only watched 2 movies that, well, aside from our feature film that we're going to talk about and the comic books that I read, but yeah, been busy, man. Busy. A lot of stuff came in. I'd say it's probably enough to get me through the end of the year. So fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Not only fuck yeah, but Mask Jackson. Fuck yeah. Woo. This Friday.
News.
Just wait. 7 p.m. Central. He's burning down the North Pole. Be there. Don't. It's your call. It'll still be there after 7 p.m. Watch it whenever you want. I put up a Thanksgiving song. It's not doing well, Joe. I thought it was pretty good.
That's the one with the picture in the shopping market?
That's the cheese store.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to click on that one.
You won't, but it's okay.
I will, but yeah, I've not even glanced at YouTube aside from watching a movie we'll talk about a little later at all this week. So yeah, or last week.
It's what I hoped. It's what I do. That's all, folks. It's what I hope that fucking shit movie from Vinegar Syndrome would have been. What the Ghost Dance? That fucking piece of shit. Fucking pricks.
Well, at least
show you
movies that you've been watching.
A little song no one will listen to.
Yeah, but it's been inspiring you to create, Tom. Not shit that's gonna make you money, but at least you're doing something. The creative juices are flowing.
It does help. And Mask Jackson burns down the North Pole. That was a little bit like, hey, yeah, this is helping to be a little bit creative, because it's like a digital storybook, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. It's
All right.
pretty good, Joe. He
Hopefully,
burns down the North Pole, you see.
well, hopefully that inspires you so we get some new Christmas ornaments out this year.
No, that would have already had to have been made for what's going the good old sale that would have had to been made for the DWN Productions what is it, Thanksgiving sale. I added all the retired items. They're on the site right now. A couple of you already found them and placed an order, so I appreciate that. But the 33% off doesn't go live until 11 p.m. Central Time. But the retired items aren't part of that 33% off. They are discounted, but not that much. So it wouldn't have worked anyways. So if you want some of that, go get it. It's a perfect time to rob me blind. And then this Friday, what can they do, Joe?
I am actually going to try to have that up. If I don't start drinking tomorrow when I get home, well, that's not going to happen. So yes, Thursday evening, I'll have blaxploitation shirts. All the blaxploitation shirts, and some people might say that doesn't qualify as a fuck you, you nerd. All right, it does if I fucking put it on sale. Blaxploitation shirts on sale for what have I done this for the past years?
Few.
No, but how much do I have the shirts for? You don't know.
I
You don't.
thought it was 8, but that seems very low, so I didn't want to put that on the flyer and fuck
Yeah.
you.
So I'll say 850. Yeah. I don't know. I might keep it at 8 for this final year. Tune in, tune on and check out the website. You know, somebody like Tom has already bought a bunch of blaxploitation shirts earlier this week or over the weekend, and it's like I don't think this person knows about the sale that's coming up. Man, are they gonna feel foolish? But what can you do, right? Hey.
Yeah, I had somebody place an order for a mask last week, and I was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like nobody ever reaches out to me when I place an order, and then there's a sale the next day. But
Right.
I'm gonna throw some extra stuff into them just because I fucking feel bad about that shit, but I shouldn't.
No.
But
And I think what they were trying to do was get in the front of the queue for Christmas season, you know, even though there's no guarantee that you'll get your stuff from Tom for Christmas. You know, this shit's made.
and that's all on the website. There's a big thing that says read this before ordering.
Yeah.
And it says I'm only one dude, might take 6 to 8 weeks. You know, that sounds like a long time, but there's some guys out there and gals that take months and months and months to get fucking stuff out, which for the last 20 years of me doing this, dude, I'd always hear that, oh, this guy's taking so long. This guy's taking so long. It's just like, well, how are they still in
Right.
business doing this?
Exactly. We try to get all our orders out before Christmas time, but if you cut it close, like right now, you're pretty safe. If you order for the sale for the blaxploitation shirts, you're pretty safe. You know that you're gonna get it for Christmas. But most of you people are ordering for yourselves anyway, so who cares, right? Are you gonna wrap it up and you know you've got a lonely Christmas and just like, hey, look what I got me, and you know show the fucking refrigerator. You know, yeah, I don't know. We'll try. There's the BAPS shirt. I was working on it today, but I'm also working on something else, and then it's a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit, which I'm thankful for. I'm not complaining about this, people. You know, keep those orders rolling in. You know, hey, and that picture that Tom showed, it had a blank shirt. That doesn't mean custom work is on sale. No, no, no. No, that's regular price, which is still pretty fucking amazing, you know? So, fast custom shirts. Yeah.
And after that fucking long-winded ad, don't forget about the DWN production sale that I mentioned before that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some orders in too, so I appreciate that for sure. It helps because otherwise I'm not able to do this. And I was thinking about it today. I was just like, man, when orders are in and it feels like, I'm not a piece of shit, it's pretty good. You feel pretty good. But when you don't have that, it's always, what am I doing with my life?
It's highs and lows, like people are gonna start saying, "Hey, Small Business Saturday is coming up," and blah blah blah. Um, you know who came up with Small Business Saturday? American Express. Yeah, so they can make a little cut off of that shit too. But hey, fuck it, if it gets us some sales, you go Amex, as the kids call it.
Yeah, I mean, America's just based on pulling the money out of somebody's pocket anyways, which is weird because it's like you're just kind of keeping all the same money in the same place, but whatever. It's an experiment we got going on in this country, Joe, and so far we're in a lot of debt.
Yeah. Get to the old Facebook and share this shit.
Let me get to the old beer and drink that shit.
Yeah, so Tom, I went on a little excursion this weekend, went out to the Austin Powwow. And this is a gathering of nations, Tom, a gathering of the native peoples of Austin? No, from all over the place, And at the beginning of it, they do like a little march, and all the tribes come out and their little things, And I thought I was going to hear my favorite native song. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because it's in every movie that I've seen. So, you would think, and even like when you go see the Braves, the people do that whole thing. There was like the Florida Seminoles,
Semen holes.
Whoa.
Every time I see that fucking town, that's all I say.
Oh, it looks like I'm logged out and I don't have my login information, so I'm not sharing this, I guess. But yeah, so we did that. Went and walked around the vendors booths, and it was a lot of people selling jewelry, like
turquoise jewelry,
turquoise and silver,
old chicken bones roped together,
and stuff that was just manufactured, and they.
So, did you go to this to vend or just because, hey, I'm a fucking fruit and this is what I want to do with my weekend?
Well, the second one is kind of correct.
Okay.
But, Lisa's grandmother is like bona fide native.
Bona fide. That means she was hit over the head with a bone by a pilgrim, you see.
That says so, and then she gets like some, I don't know, government subsidies, and they got their own hospitals that they can go to and stuff like
free cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's just tax-free because the government doesn't impede on their shit.
No one's gonna arrest an Injun for stealing. that would, you gotta kind of look the other way on that because of the whole me stealing the land thing. Oh, especially being in Texas. I took your land, buddy. What are your parents, or not parents, but family in Mexico going to think of me when, you're hanging out with this white guy that stole our land?
We're just going to keep pushing that fentanyl on you till you submit, Tom, and just fuck it.
It's a good plan. You should probably put it on donuts too, though, because I don't do blow, you see.
I'll put it in that mozzarella cheese thing.
Oh, the parm. Hell yeah. That'll fucking do it.
But it was pretty cool. But I wanted, like, there was outside, they had all the food vendors and shit. And I saw two things that I wanted, even though I'd had already out in Arizona. I wanted some with lamb meat again, but they ran out of that shit before I could get to them. So I got in this other line that had buffalo stew. But that sounds appetizing. I want to try. They ran out of that shit.
You know what I'm sure they didn't run out of? Maize. Or as you know it, elote.
Yeah, there was somebody selling elotes. Yeah. Or they were calling it just corn in a cup is what they were selling, you know? So there was some people selling shit there that were clearly not of native descent or anything. So fuck them. I didn't buy anything off of them.
Was this place filled with like the guiltiest white people you've ever seen in your life?
It was filled with white people that, like, somewhere down the line, somebody told them, yeah, we've got Native American in our family. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, let me put on my headdress, my little moccasins, or my leather bandana bead thing. You know, a lot of that. There was a whole lot of that.
Yeah, you should have blasted old Cherokee Steve up there. That would have won some people over.
There was not one single person selling edibles or anything of that nature. I thought for sure, you know, they get like a pass or something that they can like, hey, we can sell here because like there's no restrictions, I think, on that on the reservations or anything. But no, nothing, not much. Yeah, I bought a book from somebody. I bought some soaps from somebody else, you know. There was only one person there selling cups, though, Tom. You know, in the horror scene, there's like at least 8 cup vendors.
I tried that.
Hmm.
Now I just give them away.
Too.
Order something this Black Friday from dwnproductions.net. You're getting a cup.
There was a t-shirt vendor. They're all right, I guess.
Or is it like that print that looks like a rug but on a t-shirt?
Yeah, a lot of that. And then there was like, you know,
is anybody cosplaying as John Redcorn?
No, I didn't see that. And that's about it, you know. There was this thing, you know, like I was watching the Aztec dancers because they actually brought in Aztecs, or you know, the tribes from Mexico, which Native Americans usually just kind of like, those aren't, you know, natives, those aren't indigenous. Well, what the fuck would you say they are, you know? So they were invited, but they weren't at the main area, you know. They shuffled them off to the 3rd stage, you know. But they were by far the best performance, the most energetic performance, because, you know, Latin people got rhythm, you know, they can dance and shit. Unfortunately, towards the end, they told, okay, all you, I forgot what they called the dancers, but they said, you know, find somebody in the audience that absolutely looks like they don't want to dance and pull them up here. Yep.
So you were doing this the whole time?
I was like trying to like see the steps, and let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
I should have done the demon dance, you fuck. But I mean, the Aztec shit was probably pretty cool. I'm sure they Kano ripped a bitch's heart out and ate that shit, right?
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. But no, none of that. And then that was it. And like Lisa's family, we went and ate, and then everybody was tired. And I looked at the clock. It's what shit? It's only like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I was like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, I looked at, oh wait, I know
water
area. This is like Max's house. Old Max Meehan was 10 minutes away, so I called him up and we went and drank over there, you know, until the wee hours. And
so he was drinking this week?
This weekend, yes.
Good.
Yeah. And I think it was, he said it's his first day of vacation for like 10 days. So it was a good time. We had good to see him, and I'll be seeing him in a couple of weeks again anyway, but hopefully he's still drinking then.
We'll see.
Yeah. How about your week, Tom? I know you're always like trying these fusion foods and going out that place. Oh, that's another thing. We went to like, oh, let's find something to eat Friday night, and Lisa finds this restaurant. Hey, that's close by. We'll go ahead and do that, and it's modern Tex-Mex, Tom.
AKA whiter than
Yep.
Tex-Mex.
Very limited menu. A little more pricey, and just mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's known for their food, and it's shit.
It is. It is. Yeah. If you're gonna go eat in Austin, just find the hole in the walls or find the places that have been there for like 35 years plus, and you're probably gonna get an okay meal. I
Just go to Taco Cabana.
no, don't go to fucking. That's the thing. I'll tell you that later. But anyway, how was your week? Your weekend?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just working, trying to get shit ready for the sale. I had to do up some images and then get a couple pieces painted to make sure the mold's still held up all right. Uh kind of see that one back there. That one, yeah, it's in the shadows.
I walk in the shadows.
But yeah, that's an old one. That's probably from my first 5 years.
It sure is an old one. It's from Queensryche's first album. You got that right, buddy.
Fuck. Rest in empowerment.
Yeah.
Sorry the COVID got you, dog. Fuck. This week. Okay. So when we were doing our top 5 list, we had a silly little list once about discontinued items. I can't remember what was on it, but I'm sure Cinnabon popcorn was. However, I was going to the old popcorn aisle and I seen a Cinnabon logo. I was like, oh, what? But it was just like on a little shaker of shit. It's like, I gotta try it. So it's like sugar and spice and everything nice in it, I think. It's whatever. It wasn't the goopy cum covered fucking Cinnabon popcorn of my yesteryear, but
Yeah.
I'll probably never use it again.
He thought, well, this is what little girls are made of. It must be.
So I stuck the bottle up my asshole.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, it was and then I turned into a Powerpuff Girl. That's what happened. I turned into Powdered Toast Girl. Yeah, it was there's no reason for me to ever break out that little container and use it again. uh Shit. Not much else, just kind of working and getting shit together. It was a busy week of working and getting shit together for not only the DWN production sale, but I got some stuff I had to paint up quick for AXE too. So
She works
hey,
for the money, folks.
yeah, jaw hurts.
Mm.
My knees too. It's from all the praying, you see.
Yes. Jawing at the Lord.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess nothing happened, so that's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. But you watched a lot of movies, Tom, because you always find time.
Not really, but I watched a few. One more than you. Ha ha! I am a rapper. All right, Joe. I watched the hit motion picture. What am I gonna go with first?
God.
Fuck. We'll start from the bottom. And now we're here, Joe. I watched a 2024 movie called Bars. Have you seen it?
Is it about prison?
Yes, it is, Joe. Yes, it is. But not just any prison. Oh, woman's prison.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't think they made these kind of movies in 2024 anymore, but as we found out this year, you gotta go watch the urban movies on Tubi, and that's where you'll find the modern day exploitation movies. And this one it's told kind of out of order, but it was okay. So, like, this well-off lady, she just gets pulled over one day with her kids in the car. The cops fucking pull their guns out and shit. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on, and she gets arrested. And you find out that a governor or something was blackmailing another governor because he was like sex trafficking minors and shit, illegal Mexican minors.
hmm.
And something happens where people end up dead, twin sister, and oh, the wrong sister got fingered and now she's in jail. And yeah, it's an old school exploitation women in prison movie on a slightly above backyard movie budget. It's still pretty low budget, but it's better. There was sometimes I was watching it where I was like, "Man, I can't believe this low budget movie got this facility." Oh, it's just a regular baseball field, and luckily nobody showed up to play that day. But for the most part, everything is believable. There's surprisingly some wild shit in here, Joe. Big Jan Stud, the biggest, roughest lady of the group. She makes our protagonist fillet a sausage in a pornographic manner.
Hmm.
I was shocked, dude. There was wrist working and spit, and it went on for what felt like minutes. And then that sausage broke off in her mouth, and Big Jan Stud got so fucking mad she beat the fuck out of her. You break the sausage, bitch. Terrific. Terrific. Uh yeah, if you like women in prison movies, I mean, it's crazy that it's 2024 and one came out and there is wild shit in it.
With the budget that they had, how did they do the obligatory shower scene?
I mean, maybe a school or a rec center shower or something. I mean, it's in there.
Okay, yeah, you have to. I mean,
Yeah, it's
one
I
of the
mean,
genre, you see.
everything you would expect to be in one of these movies is in it. It's not the wildest one I've ever seen because it's not the 70s and 80s, you know what I'm saying? But you know, uh the shit's wild, dude. There's a fucking like it's not the warden, it's just one of the people who work in the jail. They just he just casually says, "Oh yeah, it's weird that I'm, walking you to get other R worded, huh?" Funny how life is. And there's like conversations like that where he just mentions it so casually a few times. I mean, if you like these kind of movies, then check it out for sure. But it's just kind of surprising that it's 2024 and made. You always hear, "Oh, that wouldn't get made these days." Yeah, it would. It's on Tubi, dog. Check it out.
Because there's some people, Tom, that are not being brainwashed, are not like getting suppressed, letting the arts be suppressed. Oh, that's so offensive. Hey, no, you can't make that. Yes, I can, motherfucker. Yes, I can. And I will.
Mm. Not making a list, but I had some laughs. Bars because they're behind them, you see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Co-starring a few fat asses. So check it out. Maybe give you something to whack off to, but there is the internet after all.
Well, Tom, I watched the hit motion picture Traficantes de Pánico.
Bless you. Here's a tissue.
But on this box set that I'm watching, the Cardona collection, it is known as Under Siege. But some people may know it as the other name it has, Hostages. And there might be a few other names. Anyway, there's these guys that are they're doing a casino robbery, Tom. You know, it's a group of like 8 of them, I guess. And they rob the fuck out of this casino and they just start shooting everybody. You know, this establishes that they don't take no shit, Tom. And well, they get out of there. The police are showing up, so they split up. You know, everybody goes their separate ways. Oh no, they have a hostage, and they all go to one place. And it's like, well, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go over here, you're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go over here, and then we'll all meet up with, you know. But still, we can all take the money now, and the cops will have a hard time finding us, chasing us, whatever, because we're split up, you see. And the cops show up right before everybody's gonna leave, so they have to fucking split up in a hurry, you know. But 2 guys are there and they're shooting it out with the cops. Those fuckers get killed. There's a group of 3 that go one way. There's a chick and another guy that go another way, and there's these 2 other pricks. The pricks, they lead the cops on a high-speed chase, Tom. And there's some cars that get wrecked the fuck up. It's there's some pretty good car chase scenes, and they you know, once they're done with the cars, they take them on a foot chase, Tom. You know, one of those exciting foot chases, you know, where they're running through alleys and, you know, cutting this way and cutting that way and doing a spin, you know, to get past the defender. And after that, Tom, you know, one of them gets shot. Is a boat chase, you know, because he hijacks a boat and there's a boat chase. God damn, there's all kinds of action in this. Well, they get that fucker too. Then there's this lady and another dude, and they kind of hide out in the theater, you know. But when the theater lets out the one cop that they're looking, you know, he says, "Oh, those 2 people are going for the back exit. Not that must be them." He chases after them. They hijack a school bus full of kids, you know, and eventually he gets them too, you know, shoots that lady down. No, she's like hanging out the bus, you know, and she's shooting at him. And then there's a fucking truck parked on the side, and she's just hanging out there. It just knocks the fuck out of her. Good scene. And then we get to our 3 main bad guys, you know, and it's the Almada brothers, you know, famous Mexican guys that are always playing gangsters or whatever. Did a shitload of movies. And this other long-haired prick. And they said, well, fuck it. We're going to go in this house there, and we'll just take the people hostage, and we'll figure out what to do. And it's this rich dude and his lovely wife and his lovely daughter and their maid, and they kind of put them through the ringer, you know. It kind of becomes like a, not Last House on the Left, but, you know, one of those other knockoffs of that shit, you know. There's a little inappropriate behavior with the ladies, not very nice, you know. There's the brothers turning on each other, but they get out of there, and it's like, well, shit, we're gonna make them get us a plane, all that shit, you know. The plane's a big setup so they can shoot the guy, but he shoots the 2 pilots too, and now the lady has to pilot and land the plane on her own, Tom. This shit was so ridiculous, but it was also pretty goddamn good. You know, no animals that I know of were hurt, so it's a rarity for a Cardona movie. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Look, here's some of this art. See this guy here? Yeah, And he's got a machine gun and shit. Look at those cars that are chasing after him. Yeah, so fuck yeah, this is slipcover 2, as we saw last time. Slipcover 1. That's the movie, Under Siege. I recommend it. Just well, the other one had one good movie on it too. It's unfortunate that I probably already got to the one of the 4 that's good, but I do recommend Under Siege or Traficantes de Pánico.
Mm. Joe,
Hey, Tom.
I watched the hit 2024 picture, Rumors. Have you heard of it?
No, but I'm familiar with the song.
How does that go?
Look at all these rumors around me every day. Just need some time to get away from all these rumors. Can't take it no more.
And?
Well, I haven't really heard any rumors. You got to talk to people to.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep singing. Shit. All right, then. The hit motion picture Rumors. Ah, shit. Glad I didn't go to the theaters for this one, Joe. I was planning on it, but I just was like, it's 2024. This is only playing at a theater like 50 minutes away.
I haven't even heard of this one.
Why would you? I watched it. So I was like, yeah, in a month I'll be able to watch it in the home. So fuck it. And that's what I did. This is about the G7 summit for whatever year it's happening. And they're all coming together because there's a crisis going on in the world.
Hold up, Tom.
I just wanted to get that out.
I don't think all of our listeners or people, the thousands of people in the chat, are familiar with this G summit that you mentioned. What is this? And
the dopest countries in the nation get together and make fun of the poors, pretty much.
And eat caviar.
That's right. Wine and shit. It's just, aren't we? I've never been there. Obviously, I don't know what those hoes fucking do, but I'm sure it's fucking whack.
Next year, Tom.
And we'll see if there is a next year. Shit. So yeah, this was a disappointment. I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't know what I was expecting. This was one of those things. It's like I saw the trailer for The Substance, and I was like, all right, this is not going to be good, or this is going to be pretty good. And it ended up being, So these fucking idiots get together on some fucking villa or something, and the servants all disappear. Oh, what's going on? And there's masturbating muckmen zombies. And there's a giant brain in the forest. None of it really fucking means anything. It turns out AI is taking over the world.
What?
It's because there's this AI program that goes around like trapping child enthusiasts through text messages, and it's creating the end of the world. And
it's weird because Allen Iverson is way past his prime, for him to make a comeback like that.
Yeah, it's there were a couple funny parts. It's supposed to be like absurd and ridiculous, and that's why it's funny, but it's just a political satire that's not as funny as it thinks it is. Joe Biden's played by the fucking grandpa from Underworld, so that's pretty funny. Like he's just a fucking idiot in the movie. He's just like, oh, I'm too tired. I'm just gonna go to sleep here and die, I guess.
This is a British movie?
Some fucking whatever, not Americans.
Mm.
Uh Kate Blanchett's in it. It's all played like super dramatic, over the top soap opera acting. And it's supposed to be like, oh, isn't it like crazy that they're in this movie and it's played all straight with these whacking off zombies and shit. And it's just not as fucking funny as it thinks it is. A little bit like me, Joe. It's, yeah. I think I gave it a 3. Like, me just trying to say anything about it now is kinda like, no, it probably should have been lower, but there were a couple laughs. What they were, I can't remember. Yeah, disappointing as shit. I don't know what I was getting into. Like, I like dumb, stupid shit,
Dude,
and I mean, this kinda is, but it just thinks it's funnier than it is. You're just waiting the whole time. You're just like, "And? And? Alright then. I guess you can call that a movie." It's gonna be a no for me? Yeah, fuck 'em. What I'm trying to think if there was, like, anything. The Canadian got done fucking maybe the German or the French. One of them, whoever Kate Blanchett played, and it's like a back view of him butt-ass naked, and he comically, like, pulls a condom off and just throws it. So I got a chuckle out of that, but who cares? Oh, it's crazy because, it's Kate Blanchett in the scene. Oh. Alright, well, I just seen Demi Moore's wacky fucking curved ass crack, so this is nothing to me, so I don't. Yeah, fuck what you heard. Those rumors ain't shit. I don't know. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's weird shit in it, and it could have been good, but it wasn't. I don't know, Joe. It's like it's a political satire that thinks it's funnier than it is. Um, yeah, it, I guess kinda. No, Strange Darling was like, at least that story and everything was a little better. That Strange Darling guy comes up his own ass because, "Oh, 35 millimeter, you fuck." And this guy just comes off up his own ass just because, it's kind of funny, but not really. Like, there's some really bad, chroma key replacement, but that's on purpose, and it's just like the over the top soap opera acting with everybody taking shit so seriously that's supposed to, like, lend itself towards the humor, but it doesn't. Yeah, they fucked a pig on this one for sure. That's probably why you never heard of it, Joe.
I have not. Heard
Sorry.
about Tommy. They said he must be gay. What's the next? I tried to argue, but they said if he was straight, he wouldn't walk that way.
You should be making AI songs.
Should be. No, but that's an actual song.
Mm.
Rumors.
Not making a list, but I don't know, it might not, it won't. Something should be making a list that fucking probably won't because I fear for your life, but that's okay.
Tom, I watched the 2024 release, Oddity. Have you heard of this one, Tom?
Not only have I heard of this one, Joe, I actually reviewed this one. And when I saw that you watched this one, I watched our review and I was like, I can't wait to hear what Joe says.
Yeah, I thought you'd reviewed this, but you know, like I don't even remember my own reviews sometimes, so I have to go back and watch those.
Do you remember this, Joe? Oi, mate, everybody talks like this, and there's a fucking junk shop with some blind bitches in there. I don't know how she runs it, counting the money and locking up and all, because she's blind, yeah. But, you know, she goes to a house with a dummy, and nothing happens.
Yeah, I remember you saying that now. Yeah, doing your little voice, you know, your little Cockney voice or whatever it is. Okay, so this movie Oddity. This is about a lady who's restoring a house. You know, it looks pretty nice from the outside. Looks really small from the fucking inside. You know, like maybe it's 3 rooms or something. Uh, and
3 really big rooms.
yeah. Well, anyway, she's there. Her husband's like a science mind guy. You know, works at the not so bright mind people hospital. You know, and maybe some of them are criminally insane. Arkham Asylum, folks. Arkham Asylum, British style.
I would go with Ravencroft just because, you know, we like Spider-Man here, but
vitamins. We'll get to that. Yeah, well, you know, there's this guy that comes knocking on her door. Dunk, 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 dunk. And, you know, she has one of those little, hello. And he says, you got to get out. You got to get out of the house. I saw somebody go in there. He's like, well, she's like, well, who the fuck are you? And he's got like a weird eye. You know, his eye is like a fake eye. You know, it's just looking this way. I know some people like that, and they're really distracting, you know. It's like, what, you expect me not to stare at that? Come on, man. And he said, oh, okay, well, then I'll tell you what. I'll go and call the police. You stay here, but if you hear anything inside, you run. And that kind of like, well, shit, man. Is this guy on the level, or is he full of shit? I don't know. I just can't trust you, dude. Get the fuck out of here. And he does. And she zips herself up in a tent. Why? If she's there by herself, would she zip up the tent? Maybe it's cold, you know, there's no AC or anything. And that little thing of, I don't know, polyfilament is going to keep her warm anyway. Nope. And then she opens it up and there's a guy there. Yep, sure enough, somebody in a mask. Then we fast forward like maybe 9 months. You know, and the husband's living in the house with his new girlfriend, and well, shit, he goes to visit his sister-in-law. Are they still your sister-in-law if they die? You know, if the sister dies, the one you're married to, or does it end right then and there? I would think, hey, that shit's over. You know, especially if it's somebody you don't like. You know, it's like, fuck, I never liked that bitch. That's one good thing of my beloved wife dying is I don't have to put up with this cunt anymore. But he does have to. You know, so I guess he goes to the store and she's got a curiosity shop, Tom. And she's blind. But she's also like a psychic medium, freaky lady type. And he's like, well, you know, don't you worry about anybody stealing all this shit because you're blind, you see? I mean, you don't see because you're blind. And she says, no, I've put a curse on every item here people have stolen. And they've always brought them back. Okay, well, anyway, I brought you this eye you've been looking for. And see, somebody had killed the guy that came to warn her because everybody thought it was him, you know? So something killed him, like smashed his head in. But, and he says, well, here's his fake eye, you know, gives it to her. And you would think he would know that she's a medium or something. But no, he's a big science guy, so he doesn't believe in that. Thinks there's no harm in giving her this, and she like does a reading on it, Tom, and now she knows the truth about what happened to her sister. It wasn't that motherfucker with the fake eye that killed her. There was some other conspiratorial plot. So she goes to visit the brother's house, and his new bitch is living there, and she's real uppity and everything. She's an insurance lady that works at the hospital.
I'm sorry. Did you say she's a lady that works?
Oh, I know, Tom. I know. But, well, it's England, so who knows? Or maybe it's Scotland, or maybe it's a UK country.
They all talk like assholes. I wasn't able to figure it out either.
I always say fuck the University of Kentucky, but anyway, she brings over a gift for them, and it's a wooden man that her mom had or something. And yeah, slowly, the thing begins to move, and eventually she has her revenge, but she's killed too. I know you didn't like this movie, Tom. I thought it was very effective. I thought it was very good. And yes, you hate a slow burn. I thought this one was fucking good, Tom.
I mean, nothing happens, and it was extremely predictable.
If something does happen.
Not really. What, she falls?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Blind lady falls down a hole. That's what this should have been called.
I thought it was fucking good. And you know what, Tom? It might make a list.
Yep, me too.
Not my favorite horror film of the year. That would be the one we talked about last week, Azrael. But it's there.
I was thinking about that too. For how much you don't like that lady that's in the movie, you sure like that movie.
She finally did something good.
And that's why I won't watch it.
Mm.
I was like, yeah, I liked Ready or Not, and The Babysitter was okay. Joe likes this one with her in it? Nope.
Yeah, and you like that underwater movie thing too.
That was with Eminem, not her, Joe. And it's H.P. Lovecraft's Underwater. Say it fucking right.
Oh.
The title of this episode? No. Let me get my pen to work. Terrific.
Probably want to use spell check on that shit too.
Now? Oh, shit. They won't correct that because that's a word. Fucking pricks. Yeah. Like I said, it was shot well and looked so beautiful. You said the outside of the house looked nice. It was a bunch of glued together rocks, you fuck. Get out of here with that shit.
And he made his house out of stone.
Fucking asshole. Oh, shit. Speaking of fucking assholes, where's that DVD at? Damn, this is the time. Oh, there it is. The time where I gotta say, hey, Joe.
Ah!
Oh! I watched the hit motion picture Blood Rage. You might hear, people talking about it now because it's a Thanksgiving horror movie, Joe. Even though there's only one scene where they have an extremely sad Thanksgiving dinner and it lasts maybe 3 minutes. Besides that, Thanksgiving really isn't brought up. So in the 70s, this mom, she wanted to get her fuck on in the drive-in. Unfortunately, she has children's, so she has to bring her children's with on the date. They're twins to the drive-in. And the dude who's trying to nail her, he doesn't think it's awesome that she brought these kids. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's still going to try and get it in. The kids wake up, see what's going on. They say, "Oh, we gotta get out of here." So they open up the back door to the station wagon and sneak out, even though the dome light goes on. They sneak out, Joe. You know, when you open a door, the light goes on. That happened.
Wait, I'm writing this sexy line that you just said. You open the back door to that station wagon.
So yeah, the kids see another couple fucking. One of the kids whacks the guy in the head with an axe a few times. The whacks look okay, but then when you cut to the guy like dead with these fucking axe marks in his head, they're
Right.
so shallow and they don't look good.
Let me write this. The wax look okay.
Not WAX, even though it might have been made with mortician's wax. I was talking about WHACKZ, you see. So, one of the kids is standing there bloody and stunned, like, and the other kid's just like, "Oh, yeah, this is wild. This happened. Can you believe it? Shit. Fuck. 10 years later." They're in the psychiatrist's office. The mom's there. The psychiatrist is like, "Yeah, I don't think this kid killed him." Why would you say that in the first 10 minutes of the movie? So the rest of the movie is the twin acting weird, like the twin who wasn't locked up. It's just him acting weird, killing people. And then the other twin escapes and is just like, "Oh no, I'm the good twin." And at the very end, the mother's like, "What? You're the good twin? But the bad twin, he's dead." So she pulls out a gun and shoots herself in the fucking head. And the movie's over. There's some good fun effects in here. This is probably what most people think of as a stereotypical slasher movie, besides it being a guy in a mask. Um, I was ready to put this in the for sale thing when I first started it, but it grew on me. There's some funny shit in it. The effects are pretty fun. And the lady blowing her head off at the end, that was a terrific way to end the movie, because the whole time this lady's just a fucking nut. She's just a pilled up wreck, and her acting is fucking terrible. Um, it's entertaining for sure. I'm just not the biggest fan of slasher movies these days, and
Yeah.
this at what the title of the movie that pops up in the movie is called Slasher. So, but yeah, there's no, not with an S, just Slasher. I mean, it's fun. There's some good stuff in it. The fucking there's a fucking scene where he's about to kill a guy and he's just like, "Oh man, this isn't cranberry sauce." And then he kills the guy, and the next scene is him walking away looking at the machete. "Oh, this isn't cranberry sauce." And they say that like 2 or 3 more times, and it's just like, "Motherfuck, once is fine, but 7, 8 times? Come the fuck on, man." But other besides that, it was alright. I mean, they're fucking dumb for 10 minutes in saying, "Oh, it's the other guy." "Oh, no, it's not. Get out of here." "Oh, it was. Shit. I don't know why we didn't listen to you. Why it took you fucking 10 years to say, 'Hey, how about we talk to the twin?'" I listened to, maybe 10, 15 minutes of the commentary. Pretty fucking boring, and the guy's just like, "Yeah, I didn't have any emotional the director, he said, "Yeah, I didn't have any emotional attachment to the movie. It was just a job I got hired on." So I was like, "Okay, that's all I need to know." Click. turned it off, and okay. Yeah, it's a decent slasher movie. It's pretty fun, but I mean, you can jump in a fucking lake calling it a Thanksgiving movie. It's just a dickhead running around an apartment complex. But just pay attention to Facebook the next couple days. You'll see it.
Watching Blood Rage, you know.
Oh, it's the Thanksgiving classic. Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, let me ask you this.
Well, hold on, Tom.
All right.
Because me also being somebody that's trying to get into the season, you know, I've got to do a podcast next month, and which, you know, you set up knowing how much I love the holidays. But anyway, it's like, well, let me try to get in the mood by watching the 2024 Thanksgiving release Brothers. Have you heard of this one, Tom?
No, this is a movie?
This is a movie starring Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin. As the title implies, they are brothers, Tom, you know, and when they were kids, the Josh Brolin character was not very bright, but very good at things like picking safes. You know, he could crack any safe. And his brother was a midget and very rambunctious, you know, wanting to lead him in a life of crime because their mother was also a thief, you know, a bank thief or whatever the fuck. And they saw her mom, you know, just go on the run on Thanksgiving. They were waiting to have Thanksgiving dinner, but she shows up and like, hey kids, I gotta go to Mexico. You know, we just did a big heist. Mama, take us with us. No, you guys would be no help to me. Gotta go. You know, hops in the car. And these guys, you know, that's just like a montage of like scores that they did, and there's like being chased or whatever. They finally do one, and they're about to get busted, but only Peter Dinklage gets busted. You know, Josh Brolin runs off.
Damn, I would have figured Peter Dinklage ran off and went into like a mouse hole or something.
Yeah, did like a little roll or something, you know, roly poly.
Good old Sonic style.
Yeah, but no, he goes to jail, but only for 5 years, Tom. It's like he made a deal with one of the guards there that when he gets out, he's gonna rob some jewels for him, and for the guy's corrupt dad, you know, that's a congressman or something. You know, these congressmen always corrupt. And the congressman is played by M. Emmett Walsh, who I could have swore was dead already. But no, he's there looking all old and rambunctious. I always liked the dude, you know, so that was cool to see him.
He's from the Tales from the Crypt episode where he gets like taxidermied.
Maybe you're the one that watched that shit, not me.
Yeah, if that's him, he did die.
Well, maybe they filmed this before.
No, it was probably after.
But his dad is Brendan Fraser, or his son is Brendan Fraser. Fat ass Brendan Fraser is in this too. And so yeah, he's released from prison early so he can get with his brother and they can go do this crime. But his brother is kind of reformed, you know, he's trying to make a good life. He's got a wife now that's pregnant. They just got a house. And she's got a past too, you know, but they're kind of forgetting that. It's like we're rebuilding our lives together. And then he gets fired, Tom. He gets fired from his job. So, yeah, he's got to go on this score with his brother. And I don't know. He lies to his wife so he can go do it. Peter Dinklage, you know, hey, there's this lady I've been talking to since, you know, I just want to get laid before, you know, we go do this. Okay, go ahead. And that's Marissa Tomei is in there. And he's just really getting there so he can get a pass card because I guess she has something to do with the heist or something. He needs that card to wherever she works. And then, but she's got like a monkey there, those big ass fucking gorillas that have the flat face, you know? And yeah, that thing like gets Josh Brolin and grabs his hand and starts jacking itself off with his hand. It's a bunch of shit like that that's supposed to be funny, you know, it's supposed to be crass and but it's not. It's not fucking funny. There's some scenes that where Peter Dinklage is thrown, you know, and they just like have his little fucking midget body like fly across the room, hit a wall, and then bounce off, or he like falls off a 2-story building, bounces off, you know, an awning or some shit. It's fucking lame. I'm not gonna finish it. You know, it's making a fucking list. How shitty this is.
Can't make a list if you don't finish it.
Fuck. It's trying to be Bad Santa, but Bad Santa was funny. This doesn't have anything funny. And Josh Brolin, who's a good actor, so is Peter Dinklage, and I guess Marissa Tomei too, but they all just suck in this, man. And Josh Brolin, I could swear that they wanted John Cena for this role. You know,
but he wanted too much.
He's acting John Cena, you know, but John Cena's probably sitting around in his fucking Peacemaker costume waiting for a fucking call. Shit sucks, man. It fucking sucks. You know, I don't like to even talk about a movie that I haven't finished, but it's Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanksgiving.
Is this a Thanksgiving themed movie?
This is my gift to you. Yeah, because he's got to get back from the heist to get back to his wife, his pregnant wife, because they're having her dad over for Thanksgiving and their family. And you know where it's going. You know, they're gonna somehow pull off the heist, fuck over Brendan Fraser. His wife is gonna start drinking again, being all rambunctious, and when they get back, everybody's gonna be all shitty, but then like her dad, who was a stick in the mud, is gonna be all cool with everything too. I used to rob shit too, you know. I'm sure that's the way it's going. I could be wrong. I guess I'll find out, you prick.
Can't wait to hear the epic conclusion if we're lucky enough to be here next week. Oh, shit. If you don't like it, maybe I'll watch it.
Sucks.
Hey, a comedy Joe doesn't like, this shit's going to be terrific.
Probably would love it, dude.
I can't stand to look at fucking Peter Dinklage. I ain't gonna watch that shit.
It's shot very well.
Looks so fucking beautiful, except for that guy's face. Weird scrunched midget brow. Get out of here. That's probably why he's getting thrown off of fucking buildings and cars, like you said, because those people are made of super balls, you see. Oh, I haven't seen those machines in a while. Get a bunch of super balls and throw them over an overpass. I didn't watch shit else, dude. And unfortunately, I fucking read Spider-Man, though.
Well, let me tell you this, Tom. In Marvel Team Up, the guest was Dominic Fortune. You remember him? Nope. Sure don't. That's I don't know. He's like a 1930s, 1940s character. Anyway, turns out he's in the fucking nursing home with Aunt May and the wheelchair guy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Scriblins.
And he's just a grumpy old fuck. And he sees a guy going by in a fucking flying double bicycle, you know, bicycle made for two. He's like, what the fuck is that? So he puts on his old costume and chases after the guy. And it's a shitty story, but this villain, Turner D. Century, Tom.
Fuck you.
He wants to kill anybody under the age of 65 or some shit. And he's got a horn that will do it. Fucking dumb.
Joe, it's Thanksgiving. It's a corn. A cornucopia.
Plenty. Anyway, the thing that I thought was funny is he's pretty much calling Spider-Man's a gay F word. throughout.
You gay Frenchman?
He's
Oh, that's kind of fucking repetitive, I guess.
like, he wants to kill Spider-Man's, he's telling him, oh, you'll no longer be a disgrace to your gender wearing those leotards and shit. Shit was great. But it's fuck.
Remember when you sent me that picture and expected me to laugh, but I just found it highly offensive? That's when you say, fucking prick.
That's because you were going down on a guy at the time. In Spectacular Peter Parker, it's got Cloak and Dagger, it's got the Kingpin, and Silvermane. And Cloak and Dagger are out to kill Silvermane, and they do. But Silvermane survives and becomes a cyborg or some shit. Shit was pretty good. And then finally, Amazing Spider-Man's. A cobra comes a calling is what it says on the cover, Tom.
A cobra comes. I stopped reading there.
Because he was blowing a dude at the time.
Thought it was Dr. Jekyll. Turned out to be Mr. Hyde. Fucking prick.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't like that prick from you.
So you're blowing this guy, and all of a sudden there's a lot more pubic hair there, and you look up, oh my God. Where'd you get that hat from? You grew, but it seems like your hat grew too. That shouldn't have happened.
Hey, go check out our review, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It is one of our most viewed videos, reviews, whatever.
It would have if we would have been able to find that Tony Todd version. Shit. Wrestling Empowerment King. Wakanda forever.
Yeah, and this one, Spider-Man fights Cobra.
That's not it. What happens at the end?
Oh, somebody else shows up.
Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. I forgot which one. He threw half a building at him, though.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. Who are you, the Hulk? No. Oh, all right.
He threw a corner of a building.
Is Juggernaut back? Oh, no, he's not. Shit.
Oh, and it's and it's Peter Parker's mag. He goes back to the old house to check it out, Tom.
Nice. How was it?
It's all fucked up.
Shit, that sucks. Was like a corner of it missing with like paw prints in it, like a big mitt print.
No.
Shit. Thought it was that Mr. Hyde guy.
But Peter Parker is no longer a student teacher.
No, he's not.
Done with that job. That's it.
I forgot we talked about that issue. Oh, boy.
Well, Tom, we're finally getting to the segment that I like to call the not ready for primetime kaiju. Or, no, you know what? Scratch that. Let's call it, who you, kaiju? No, fuck that. Let's call it, I can't believe it's not Godzilla.
Did you come up with another one?
No, I couldn't.
All right, well, those are the same you used last week.
I know, but now we're actually doing it.
Yeah, well, I should have picked one.
Fuck.
I can't believe it's not Rodan.
We're talking Gappa, the Triphibian Monster. This one has a lot of fucking AKAs, so you can just look that up and be there all day. I don't know which company made it. I don't give a fuck. That's all Tom's thing. When it comes to kaijus, he loves the fucking companies and the
I forget the name of the company, but this was the only kaiju movie they made. They were known for something else that I can't remember, but this was the only actual giant monster movie that they made.
Okay, so they got it right the first time, then decided to walk away from it.
I
Okay,
guess so.
this one is about a magazine magnate. You know, a guy that fucking sells porno mags in old Japan. You know, do they digitally, cover up the fucking genitals and shit? Probably. I don't know how they did it back then. I've never seen any Japanese stroke mags, but that's what he sells. And he's got ambitions of making a porno theme park. And like he has people scouting an island. Like, what would be a good island here? Let's go check this one out. And there's some comical shit with a guy fishing. Oh man, that shit was funny. No. They get to the island and there's a bunch of Japanese in brown face, Tom. But not just brown face, they don't have clothes or business suits on. They're in brown torso, brown legs, and shit like that.
Yeah. So this is, probably the main thing that people will talk about this movie. They'll say, hey, is it blackface if they're Japanese? There's no black people in Japan, so it's not like they're taking their jobs.
Right.
This shit's fucking wild because they're not just in blackface, but they also got like spears and shields and shit dancing around doing the shit. And then there's a little Kenny in this movie that's throughout the whole movie. And he's not only in blackface, but they put a fancy little wig on him too, or maybe did something to his hair that might have taken too long, and at the end of the movie they stopped doing that with. And also at the end of the movie, this little fucking dickhead has some clothes on. He's wearing like long pants and a long sleeve shirt because I'm sure he was getting some kind of red bumps from wearing this fucking coffee grounds or whatever the fuck they were slapping on this idiot bitch in the 60s. But yeah, it was wild shit. And every time this little fucking idiot popped up, I laughed and laughed and laughed. It was my favorite part of the movie, Joe.
Dubbing made it even funnier.
It did.
Well, anyway, they're on the island and they find a baby Gappa. Well, a baby Gappa egg. And that shit hatches. And they think, well, fuck, let's take this back to Japan. We can,
Not the egg, but the Gappa.
The Gappa that hatched. And it's like a beaked creature, because the Japs, they love the beaks, man, on their kaiju things. A lot of them I notice have beaks. I don't know. I don't know what the fetish is with them and beaks. But they take it back to old Japan and they're like learning about it. I don't know. Some shit goes down with the magazine guy and he's not making money or something. There's a lot of things in this shit that you do not give a fuck about.
They locked this motherfucking not Rodan in a fucking like a cell or something, like it's in prison. And Godzilla vs. Kong pretty much stole a fucking plot point from this movie where little blackface Kenny has a fucking connection with Gappa or whatever the fuck. And it's pretty much the same thing as in King Kong versus Godzilla. Like the little girl has a psychic link or whatever with King Kong and she can feel his shit or whatever. So, I mean, that was pretty ripped off from this movie for sure. But this little island boy just, wants Gappa to go back to his parents because his parents are looking for him. Why this fucking movie isn't called Gappas, I don't know. I mean, you're like, oh shit, there's two monsters? Fuck yeah, I'll go see it. But I don't know. It's probably because they're dumb, if I had to guess.
I mean, there's a lot of things in this movie that would indicate that for sure. But yeah, like Tom said, there's more than one Gappa. There's a mama and a daddy Gappa, and
Man and a woman had a little baby.
they
Now
come
there's 3 in the family. That's
and
magic number. Let me fucking finish singing the goddamn song, you fuck.
keep going.
That doesn't bring back memories for you?
Look at all these Gappas around me every day. Um, yeah, so they come to Japan looking for their kid, and they just start fucking shit up. You know, they got radiation breath too. They can fly.
They don't.
You know,
They do not have radiation breath. These motherfuckers are like dragons or Dylon, and they spit hot fire, Joe. They spit straight flames. I remember that. It is not atomic or radiation breath. These fuckers spit fire.
they step on shit, Tom.
They fly too, dude. I was waiting. I was waiting there. All right. I can't wait to see how silly these fuckers look when they fucking take off flying. It was all right. I was pretty disappointed because it looked okay. That's what I can say about this movie. Like, yeah, it's a pretty okay Showa era kaiju movie.
I thought this was going to be a complete piece of shit, and there is a lot of it, you know, and I guess it's the people portion of it that's just garbage. But overall, it's all right, you know, if you're into kaiju shit, which I'm not, but you know, I've seen a lot fucking worse ones, even in the Godzilla fucking pantheon or whatever. This is okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're silly shitting it for sure. Like when you see their dickhead silhouettes flying off into the sunset and shit, it looks cheesy, but of course.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
a I'm a fan of miniatures, and the miniatures in this, they're fucking dumb, but I like them because they're so fucking dumb, I guess, you know?
yeah, this is a very standard Showa era kaiju movie, but with like half the budget. So while everything is done well and all the elements are there how they're supposed to be, they just look a little cheaper than they would have in a Toho movie. Even though those look a little fucking cheap too, these just look a little cheaper.
Yeah, this movie gave me more than I was expecting.
Would you get a fucking hard on while you were watching this shit?
Yeah, but I had porn on my phone at the same time.
Oh, thought you had a guy's head in your lap.
You were blowing a guy.
Wait a minute. Is that why you wanted to watch this movie? I'm out of here.
Okay, so the things I've read about this movie say it is pretty much a ripoff of Gorgo, which we're going to be watching next.
Well, I don't see how it could, because, oh, mate, they don't talk like this in the Gappa movie, even though they gonna talk like this in the Go-Go movie.
No, they talk like this in the Gappa movie. You gotta leave the Gappa go. You got to leave the Gappa go.
And I mean, the fucking... Whoever the fucking voice actor for the little kid doing the English translation was, he was trying to slightly urban it up because the kid was in blackface and all, and crazy, fucking crazy, a little fucking Japanese kid in black. Little Al Jolson's son.
Mama-san.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's also like a romantic element throughout the movie too that's just fucking dumb.
Yeah, the kid kept backing up into that fucking gap. It was crazy. Is that why you wanted to watch this show?
Oh, and
You was a big fine gapper. Won't you back that ass up? Damn, who's you playing with? Back that ass up. I know you can't stand it. Trick bandit. God damn. Oh, I wish I had a button that I could just press, and then there'd be like the fucking strippers from Duke Nukem dancing on the screen. That'd be awesome. Sing juvenile songs all day. Damn. Shake 'em, baby.
That was a great game.
Nah, it was pretty fucking terrific, Joe. Don't you fucking undersell the fucking greatest game on earth, which is Duke Nukem. Remember like fucking 5 years ago when John Cena was going to beat Duke Nukem? He was. That would have been fucking awesome. I would have loved to see him fucking being like an R-rated Duke Nukem. That'd be the silliest shit ever. Then Juvenile comes it. No, you can't stand it. Trick Bandit, 24 land. And
Anyway, for the Gappa.
Yeah, I mean, we did it on the Hordecast. We are the Hordecast Live. I'm sorry. But I mean, we're both fucking thankful for, the shit we should be thankful for. We're not fucking pieces of shit who take things for fucking granted. And, family, friends, being able to do what the fuck we want to. And, you guys for fucking all two of you for watching.
Yeah. Definitely my wife who puts up with all my fucking bullshit. God damn, what a saint. That the woman was a saint, as the Italians always say.
Well, I mean, they would say saint on earth, and I would refer to her as my Indian wife.
She's not, though.
No.
No, she doesn't have any of the bloodline. It doesn't, or else she'd be getting some subsidies and some money. She doesn't get that shit because it's like, hey, how native are you? Not native enough.
I'm native Texan. I got the license plate.
But hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, but thankfully, she didn't go to that powwow in costume, where, this or that.
Well, first of all, dick face, it's pronounced costume. Because that is my industry, you see.
I know, Tom, with the maskas and everything.
Speaking of which, Joe, if I can fucking find where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, I guess I can't. Maybe. Yeah, what the fuck's happening? Huh. I guess I can't do it. We're all froze up on that end or something. Yeah, we are.
He's playing us live to everybody at his work right now. Third shit.
DWNProductions.net. It should be going on right now. The promo code Thanks24 is live. So pretty much everything on the site except the retired masks are on sale for 33% off. So if you were waiting to pick something up, do it. After the sale, there are a couple pieces that I planned on pulling from the site. Not going to say which ones because I might not do it, but I probably will. So check out that. It goes through Saturday night. Sunday ain't happening. So get on it now.
Fast Custom Shirts, Blaxploitation Friday sale that will really start on Thursday. I'm going to do this Thursday afternoon. I have time to do that. They will still be $8. Yep, $8 fucking dollars. Just go and rob me blind. And not only, with the Blaxploitation sale, you can also get the Race War, the remake t-shirt, which is a Blaxploitation film, just so you know.
And I like how that fucking skeleton isn't only a dapper fellow, he's a magician for making that fucking shirt flow like that or float. Joe, I hope you have a fucking great Thanksgiving. Are you heading down to Corpus or are you staying at the old home front?
I'm going to leave the Corpus Friday and just be there Saturday and come back Sunday. It's going to be a quick trip, but it's one I need to make now.
Right on. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Drive safe. Hope everybody out there has a fucking great Thanksgiving. Don't be one of those fucking dickheads. Like, oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, I feel so bad for the engines. Oh.
They're doing okay.
Yeah, just, be thankful for something.
Yeah. Hey, thanks you guys for putting up with this shit, listening and sharing, all that shit. Thank you,
It is appreciated, and hopefully we will have the pleasure of yelling at you next week. But until next time, Joe, what?
Boy, God.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.